And now is a time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. And we gotta lead it.
True international depression.
Who are fake news?
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. If I can circle back, I'll circle back with you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello, and welcome to episode 293 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
And we're just two guys drinking some beers, talking about what's going on. A little bit of a slow news week, but everyone's still talking about the same garbage they were talking about last week. So, I mean, I guess that's just the way it goes, you know?
Yep.
Ghislaine Maxwell finally spoke with the DOJ concerning all that Epstein stuff. Her lawyer said that she was asked questions about 100 different people. And then they complained about her living arrangements in prison. And I guess they asked for a pardon too. I don't know how far that's going to go. But I mean, if we got nothing on Epstein, how do we know that this woman did anything? That's about it with that. So, did you see this birthday crap, Epstein birthday crap with Trump?
Yeah. There's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, you notice how they won't publish it for people to see?
Right.
Yeah. And the verbiage didn't sound like words Trump would use either. I don't have it in front of me, unfortunately, but I've heard it read to me several times, which I think is hilarious because today the Wall Street Journal, who published that and is getting sued by Trump for it, came out today and said, oh, yeah, there was also an entry from Bill Clinton in there. Oh, interesting how you left that bit out, you know, until you're facing defamation charges.
Yep.
So this Colbert thing that's going on the Late Show, what, 30 years the show's been on the air that Letterman started?
Yeah. Yeah. The whole format was started like in 1953. I learned that on the No Agenda show.
Of course. I was unaware of that.
But yeah, because it started with I don't know.
Carson?
Johnny Carson, yeah, that's the format. Johnny Carson.
The format, yeah, but not the Late Show itself.
Right, no. Well, apparently the Late Show had this huge budget and they had like 200 staff members and they filmed
I saw that.
And they filmed in New York City and Colbert didn't even offer to take a pay cut to keep the show going. Because that's what happened during COVID. A lot of the people that were more magnanimous, you know, they took a pay cut to keep their staffs getting paid, you know, and getting a paycheck when everything was shut down during COVID. I mean, they could have moved that freaking show out of New York. They could have, you know, cut his staff in half. I mean, obviously he's not that funny if he needs, you know, thousands of writers to write his material for him, you know, type deal.
Yeah, well, no one was watching it too. He said he came out and he's like, "Oh, it's the number one rated show." And it's like, yeah, but who are you comparing it against? And like, and did you see who's watching the show? It's 70-year-olds.
No, they're 70-year-olds. I mean, I doubt they're watching it live. They may be recording it, but I mean, and it became so one-sided that it's just like Saturday Night Live. I used to love watching Saturday Night Live when they picked on both sides of the political aisle. But now it's only one side, and I got no interest in staying up to watch it. I'd rather do something else better with my time, like go to sleep.
Yeah, or drink a beer.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, the funny thing about Jimmy Kimmel's show, because Trump truthed out recently that Jimmy Kimmel will be next. I learned this on the No Agenda show too today, that Jimmy Kimmel's not even hosting his own show right now. He's got guest hosts doing his show, and he's off doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I thought I saw his face on Who Wants to Be the Millionaire, and I was a little surprised by that.
Yep, that's what he's doing these days.
Interesting stuff. Well, Colbert is saying that this is all political, and this is like some secret deal that went down with Trump.
I don't believe that. I think the deal is that his show is bringing him like $1 million a year, and they were spending $40 million on the show.
Yeah, they said between $40 and $50 million a year. They're losing on
And
this
if he
show.
wasn't willing to take a pay cut, so be it. The show's done. I mean,
Well, yeah, again, it's elderly folks watching this, and they're not spending money on stuff. You know what I mean? So nobody's advertising. You know what I mean? Besides like drug companies, which is hoping RFK Jr. could do something to make that illegal in this country. But yeah, he's saying that it's obvious that they're just trying to like suck up to Trump. As he says this, Paramount gives Trey and Matt from South Park $1.5 billion
well,
for
that's an anime
5 years.
show that's making money. The HBO had the licensing agreement on that for the longest time, and it expired, and Paramount bought it back.
Yeah, and HBO went ahead and took down all their episodes early without warning. But hold on, that's 1.5 billion over 5 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, $300 million a year.
Yeah.
They do 10 episodes a year when they do a season.
Right.
Holy shit, dude.
But this isn't they're not just paying for new shows. They're paying for the whole kit and caboodle. All the shows are moving to Paramount Plus. All of that.
Well, here's the crazy thing is, did you see the new episode that they put out?
No. I haven't watched it
Oh,
in a while.
it's the cringiest anti-Trump stuff I have ever seen. Basically, they just took their Saddam Hussein character
Turn him in
and
Trump.
put Trump's face on it and did the same stupid voice. Ah, Satan.
That's not going to alienate anybody.
And made fun of Trump's tiny dick and called him fat for the entire episode. And they even did like a 30-second full frontal nudity. And all I could think was, if they're canceling Colbert for just being an asshole to Trump, then why the hell are they paying these guys to do this? Which is too bad, because last time they did a Trump thing, it was hilarious with Mr. Garrison being Trump. I thought it was hilarious with PC Principal, but now PC Principal's Power Christian Principal. Yeah, I don't know. I might watch one more to see if it's worth my effort, but I got a feeling that this is them giving up on the show because they don't care. They're rich enough. But I don't know. But it seems like South Park went ahead and like slapped this liberal conspiracy theory between Paramount and Trump aside, Even James Carville came out and said that Colbert was almost certainly canceled because it just wasn't making money and nobody's watching it. I mean, he's getting something like 200,000 viewers in the key demographic. That's not, that doesn't justify 200 personnel on staff.
No, fuck no.
No, it's nobody's watching it because nobody cares. We know,
Right.
okay, you hate Trump. You're not going to give us actual news. You're not going to give us an actual witty take. You're going to have hypodermic needles dancing around telling us to get vaccinated. So you're familiar with Candace Owens?
Yes.
Right, but did you know who she was when she was working at the Daily Wire?
Yes, because of you.
Okay. Well, for a while now, she's been going off about how Macron, the French president's wife, is actually a dude. Yeah, she's an older woman. Could you just imagine being so ugly as a woman that people are like, oh, that's obviously a man? That's gotta hurt your feelings, right? But it's funny because she came out and was like, oh, Trump called me and asked me to back off. Was it Brigitte Macron?
Or Epstein.
Well, she said that he actually called about this, but she's like, he didn't greet her or he didn't like respond to any of her comments or questions. I was like, you got some kind of weird robocall that was pre-recorded by someone else fucking with you and you bought it, But now Macron is suing Owens over this. And it's like, I'm sorry, buddy. She's in the United States. Good luck suing her over misgendering you, not your wife, But that's not helping the French look strong. I'm like, oh, she's mean. You're not allowed to be mean.
Nope.
Did you see this inflation post the Democrat Party put out?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Oh, it was hilarious. They're like, look at the damage Trump has done. And like, look at this is all Trump's presidency, and they put up a graph of the cost of like individual items all skyrocketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem is they went up until 2022 and began under Biden's taking office. They basically said like, look what Biden did, but we're gonna try to blame Trump. They got eviscerated online for this. And then the Democrats did a quiet delete. It was actually the Democrat Party that posted this on
Wow, okay.
X or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like you do realize that was your guy in office, right?
Right.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. Other news, some dude, some father here in the States, like took off and went to Russia
Took
to
the whole
try to
family
get,
to Russia.
yeah, to try to get away from like woke America.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's regretting that decision. He's been sent to the front lines for Russia.
Yeah, he's fighting in Ukraine.
Yeah, that was a giant fucking mistake, huh?
Yep.
Why would you, if you're gonna flee this country, why would you go to Russia
I
anyway?
don't know.
Unless you're actually Russian.
Right.
And even
That wouldn't
then,
be my first choice of a place to go outside of the U.S. for sure.
I wouldn't leave this country to live anywhere else, honestly. I mean, I don't know.
could see myself living like in Thailand or the Philippines,
You like
where
those
my
lady boys?
retirement check would go a whole lot further.
Mexico City.
Nah,
Yeah,
too much crime.
you like them lady boys in Thailand, huh?
No, not anymore. Never really did. I
Find
can
out after the
safely
fact. That
say
sucks.
the women I was with in Thailand were not lady boys.
Sure. uh, you shared this one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the deal?
Oh, this is just another thing that, Trump's been pushing, and finally the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic people have said they're going to bar transgender women from competing in women's categories. So if you're a transgender woman, you want to be in the Olympics, and you're a male transitioning to female, you got to compete as a man, and
Here's the
vice
question:
versa.
Is this going to affect the rest of the world when the Olympics are in the United States?
It should.
That's what I was thinking. I'm not sure how that works.
I'm not either.
So, let's be real, dude. Like Venezuela. Oh, yeah. Venezuela has been caught cheating before sending men to play soccer in the women's division. But they actually the Venezuelan youth baseball team just got denied visas to play in the World Series, Little League World Series in the States. I'm not surprised because they send grown ass men to play Little League baseball, that
Uh,
slip off and disappear into the nation when they get the chance. All right. On to local here. Um, I had the most trouble finding anything local worth talking about in West
yeah.
Virginia. It looks like you didn't have much luck either.
No,
Shoot, I might have actually shared this one. No, I'm not sure. Your public media stations.
I shared that one.
Okay, what's up?
Well, the rescission bill was approved. I don't know if Trump signed it yet, but the House and the Senate voted for it. So, um, public broadcasting is losing like $2 billion or something like that. In the scheme of things, it's a drop in the bucket, but everybody's doing woe is me. Public broadcasting is gonna die now. Let them compete with the freaking market. That's what they should be doing.
Oh, and $2 billion. That's nationwide, right?
Yeah.
Split up amongst every public broadcasting organization in the country. I mean, like you said, drop of the bucket was that $50 a piece?
Yeah, they can get their donors to pitch in and pay for that.
Yeah, and I mean, and the WHRO, that's like the
That's
like
the
public
Norfolk
access
station.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Norfolk station.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I've watched public access before. That's only because I knew somebody that was doing something I found interesting. Nobody watches public access TV, and you know it. Uh, it seems like a giant waste of money anyway. But if someone wants to pay for it, I say go ahead. It just seems crazy that we the people are, and I think it's nuts that even like Virginia would put money into this garbage. It's not like they're doing news and weather. You know what I mean?
Well, they say they do that.
Who's doing? I don't know. Maybe it's different than the public access I had growing up. Ours would be off most of the day. They would kick on at a certain time when someone like rented the space. Well, over here in West Virginia, the court went ahead and dismissed an ACLU case about the vaccine exemptions that Governor Morrissey put into place.
Uh-huh.
He basically said religious exemptions. You can say I'm not getting the shot, and the ACLU tried to say no, you can't do that. And like, who the fuck are you to force drugs into my body? And who are you to tell me that I can't say no? That's not my religion.
Right.
Blew my mind when they tried to force everyone to get a COVID shot. You know, at the same time, these folks are arguing my body, my choice on abortion, and then trying to force drugs into my body. I'm like, listen here, bitch. If I'm going to put drugs in my body, I'm going to pick which drugs, okay? And I'm not doing it with a needle most of the time because a lot of deaths this week, dude.
Oh yeah.
Shit, Malcolm Jamal Warner. You remember him, right?
Yeah, Cosby Show.
Yeah, and he did Malcolm and Eddie and a whole bunch of other stuff. He was in Costa Rica with his family and drowned at 54 years old. That sucks. The big one that everyone saw was Ozzy died, well, like 2-3 weeks after his final show.
A week, less than a week.
Less than a week.
Yeah.
Jeez. Saw stuff for that everywhere.
I tried to play Ozzy songs on the jukebox at the VFW today, and I got to pay an extra credit to do it right now. Instead of 2, it's 3 credits.
Why?
Capitalism, and he's popular.
Because it's so high in demand.
Everybody's playing Ozzy right now.
I listened to some Ozzy right before the show, actually. Mr. Crowley and Crazy Train and a couple others.
See you on the other side.
Yeah. Another musician. You familiar with Chuck Mangione?
Yes.
He
From
died.
South Park.
South Park.
I think he was on a South Park episode.
He might have been, but he was on a lot of King of the Hill episodes.
That might be where it was on King of the Hill.
Yeah, he was always in the Shop Smart or wherever it was, where they went shopping.
I watched King of the Hill, been on, so that's probably where I got it from. Yep.
Yeah. 84. He's a jazz musician for anyone who doesn't know. And actually, for shits and giggles, anyone out there, go ahead and just like type into YouTube Chuck Mangione on King of the Hill. You'll get a laugh because he's like walking through the hardware store playing his was it a clarinet or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's an oboe, I don't know enough. And Hulk Hogan died.
Yep, that was yesterday.
Oh my goodness, man.
Died on my birthday.
That's unfortunate. Hogan and Ozzy, man, entertained so many. Not that Mangione and Warner didn't, but just I don't know, man. Crazy. It's almost like they knew the work week, the news week was going to be slow, so they went and died. That's what we're talking about. All right. Did you see this shit going on, coming out concerning Obama being in office? With the whole Russiagate thing?
He's been referred to the Department of Justice for misconduct in the Russiagate. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Was it Noam said treason? And I was like, that's a tough one to get.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I'm sure they could find a way to make it fit verbally, but that just does. I don't think it's going to take in a courtroom. They might get him some kind of sedition for trying to control the outcome of an election, though, because it turns out that they had a ton of information saying all this Russiagate is bullshit.
Right. Oh yeah.
And
they had like 51 intelligence officials saying that it was true.
Well, yeah. Well, Yeah, and Obama came turn. It's like, yeah, go ahead and publish it anyway. Because of a sentence fragment, they decided that Trump was trying to use Russia to steal the election. And this tied directly into Hillary's private server, her emails. They were probably working in cahoots, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
From what I could find, it looks like Putin was expecting Clinton to win and was actually excited about it because he knew she wouldn't do shit about him invading Ukraine, just like Obama didn't.
Right. So he had to delay his invasion until Trump wasn't in office.
Exactly. So yeah, Trump even accused him of treason too. We'll see where this goes. I'm hearing a lot of people on the right say, "Oh, nothing will happen," and that's probably correct because the Republicans never do shit. But remember, the Democrats made up a bunch of shit and tried Trump for it.
Yep.
And now that's all being turned back on them. Even the people that prosecuted him are getting hit with the same shit. It's like, well, you knew so much about it because you were doing it.
Right.
It's just fucking crazy. Yeah, and now Jim Acosta's coming out. Oh my God. Jim Acosta is like, I don't know, all this heated rhetoric about Obama could put a former president at risk. Motherfucker, you guys spent years and years and
trying to get
years
Trump
and calling him Nazi and worse than Hitler, literally Hitler, to the point where multiple people tried to kill this man. One of them actually shot him in the head. And you're worried about people calling Obama a bad word.
Right.
Where do these people live? Like, what is their worldview that this is just evil and wrong to do to a former president? Why, when they did the same thing, and Jim Acosta is one of the guys that was pushing it.
Oh yeah, he's the guy got kicked out of the White House briefing area for the longest time because by Trump, and he had to go to court in order to get back in.
Who was it Swalwell? Schiff
With the Chinese people and his yeah.
No, I was thinking Schiff was one of the big ones pushing
Oh, he was. Now he's a senator in
impeachment.
California.
Yeah, impeachment and this Russia gate crap and how we should put him in prison for colluding with the Russians. Schiff should probably go to prison too because he claimed to have all this evidence. He just wouldn't show it to us.
Right.
He had jack shit. If they had it, they would have released it. It would have leaked out somehow to someone by now. Just like if Trump was actually implicated with Epstein, that would have been released years ago.
Yep.
Oh, the Swalwell's the next topic here. So 1 year after the election here, Swalwell comes out and says that the Dems lost because, they just didn't get enough Kamala Harris. They couldn't get enough Harris.
I posted this. I laughed my ass off when I saw this.
Yeah, what she spent like $1.5 billion getting her message out in a couple months.
But she never did an actual interview. She never did any press availability. She was worse than Biden was when it came to press availability.
Yes.
I mean, Trump, he talks to the press for hours at a time. He opens up the cabinet meetings to the press. He talks to them when he's going to the ELO, He's wide open to the press.
And his first time in office, he was doing CNN interviews all the time. Now he's pretty much giving up on it because he knows he can't get a fair shake.
Yeah.
But dear God, come on. Oh my God. She spent so much money on nothing. It's like, oh, if I get Beyonce to show up and say I'm support Harris, everyone will vote for me. No, man. It's like, I understand a lot of dumb kids think that way, but that's not enough people to win an election. Especially people consider like my father that vote Democrat at his age.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't know who Beyonce is. He doesn't know who Katy Perry is. He doesn't know who any of these people are because he doesn't give a shit.
Right.
He's like, why are you trotting out these 40-year-old women wearing almost nothing? Oh, this is funny. Hunter just recently did an interview. Did you see it? Any of it?
Yeah.
Jeez, what a piece of trash, huh?
Yeah.
But one thing he said was his father was on Ambien.
That doesn't make
Wow.
any sense because the guy was going to bed at like 6 o'clock at night. He didn't need Ambien helps you sleep, fall asleep. I
Yeah.
don't think he needed any help falling asleep because we've got plenty of video of him at world meetings where he was dozing off.
Yeah. And if he is on Ambien, stop taking it so you can stay awake.
Exactly.
And
I
definitely don't
mean,
take it. Good.
was this the interview he did with Joe Rogan?
I think it was a different one actually, but I'm not sure.
Because Joe Rogan said he'd make a good president.
Hunter Biden?
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't Hunter on that show also explain how to make crack out of cocaine on the
probably,
Joe Rogan show?
probably.
I think he did. I may be wrong, but I think he's like, oh yeah, you gotta do this. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And then yeah, then Rogan's like, yeah, you'd make a good president. The crackhead? Oh my God. Uh, yeah. Meanwhile, CNN brings out a doctor who hasn't practiced medicine since the residency to have comments about Trump's swollen ankles and
Oh
bruise
yeah,
on
that was
his.
a big, huge news story. All of a sudden, you know, and
I,
come to find
I
out, it really isn't that big a deal.
no, the guy's like 79, right?
Mm-hmm.
This shit happens, but he's running his mouth, or she, I think. I'm not sure. Check it. It's been a while since I've read this article. Chris Purnell. So I'm assuming a dude.
Yeah, that's
Chris spelled the CH. Was like giving his, this is what this means, this is what that means. It's like, hold on. When Biden was in office and there were doctors all over the place saying there's something clearly not right. Like, well, you're not his doctor. You don't know what's going on.
right,
But now it's okay because it's not Biden.
right.
And this is the issue I have when I speak to liberals, is because they don't seem to see. Like you said it wasn't okay then, but now you're saying it's okay now. And you said it was okay then, but now it's not okay with this other thing. I was like, at least when I talk to the Republicans, they're going to be like, yeah, Trump probably shouldn't be doing that. Or, you know what I mean? They'll at least talk to me about something or explain to me why I'm wrong
Mm-hmm.
versus just saying that, oh, I'm some far right conspiracy theorist. I'm like, no, here it is right in front of you. Like, this is the person doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Like my little sister, I saw her when I was up in Pennsylvania. And just the stuff she said, you could tell she never once watched an actual press conference or listened to what Trump actually had to say himself.
Right.
She's going off of talking points she got off of like Facebook and TikTok. Like you do realize that these people are just trying to make money and they're getting money by you clicking on it and not paying
Mm-hmm.
attention.
Yeah, they're doing clickbait.
Yeah. She's whatever. He's the devil. Everyone fucking hates him. I'm like, obviously not everyone, because he's president of the United States. That means he got more votes than your guy. And then I showed her the polling, how the Democrat Party is the lowest it's ever been. And she's like, well, where'd you get that from? I was like, CNN. And she just dumps it. It's like, nope, I don't believe it. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, you'll believe anything that says Trump is bad. But when the actual numbers come in, you won't believe that.
Exactly.
All right, I had a little trouble understanding the verbiage in this next one here. Ron Klain, he was Biden's chief of staff for the first 2 years.
Yep.
He told lawmakers on Capitol Hill how Hillary and Biden's former national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, told them that the president was not politically viable in 2024.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is,
This just proves that if this is actually true, this just covers the huge cover up they had going on, trying to make Biden look more competent than it really was in the end.
yeah, but that doesn't.
Everybody was pushing, everybody was talking about the 25th Amendment when Trump was in office. It didn't get brought up once when Biden was in office, and there was a lot more things that could have been used for the 25th Amendment in Biden's instance than with Trump.
I think that's why he dropped out of the race, is because I bet, just my thoughts. I think Nancy Pelosi threatened to
Threatened it.
25th him. Yep.
Yeah.
And he just got out. But I mean, everyone saw this guy wasn't there. And it took until the debate when people could actually, because people actually tuned into that. Like, what is this? Like, this is
Well,
what we've been
that's all
trying to
his
tell you.
Ambien.
Yeah. I think, yeah, you took your Ambien, then pounded a fifth of Jack Daniels before the debate.
Mm-hmm.
It took that for people to realize something was wrong. And it's like, no, man, this is what we've been trying to tell you for years. But you
Yeah.
just listen to CNN, like, oh, no, that's all made up. It's like, here's the video of him falling while he's standing still, you know? And all the Democrats had to do was listen and pay attention and go, wow, this is a bad idea. They might have beaten Trump in this election had they had an actual real primary, you know? Who knows?
Yeah.
I just feel like very few people want to vote for Team Biden after what he did to the economy.
Nope.
All right, this next woman here, I think she's in Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell, Democrat.
All right.
Um, from the it says senator. I don't know what DFL Woodbury means. So anyway, she was just found guilty of felony burglary.
Oh, this lady, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a video of her like, I don't know what I'm not an expert at this. It's like you were dumb enough to record yourself breaking into, and it was like in-laws house or something like that, right?
I don't remember the details. I just remember that she probably get to still stay a senator. She can probably just vote from prison.
I think she dropped. I think she resigned. I'm having trouble finding this here, but yeah, she was guilty on first-degree burglary, and possession of burglary tools. This is just hours of after the closing argument. So like the jury already had their mind made up. Uh, the fallout of the verdict could upend the balance of power of the state capitol, with Democrats have a one-seat Senate majority. She's a first-term Democrat meteorologist and former lieutenant colonel in the Air National Guard. She's faced pressure to resign since police arrested her.
But she didn't resign yet.
I thought she did, but she was discovered in the basement dressed in black and told officers at the time that she was there to retrieve her late father's items.
So she was pulling the oh damn, what's his name? The O.J. Simpson defense.
What was the OJ said? That the glove does not fit?
No, where he broke into that collector's house that had all his memorabilia to
Oh
get his
yeah,
stuff
okay.
back.
I thought you were talking about the criminal charges, not the civil charges. Yeah, she admitted to trespassing and lied to the police. But she did them both in concern for her ailing stepmother who's got Alzheimer's.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
She had, when it says burglary tools, she had like crowbars and stuff.
That's
So
burglary
like,
tools.
yeah, like wouldn't you
Are you walking around with a crowbar on a regular basis?
No, I typically need a reason to have a crowbar with me. And this tells you that she's not experienced in this. Excuse me. Crowbars are not usually the best way to get into somewhere with and not leave a giant noticeable blemish for everyone to see.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna leave a mark if you're using a crowbar to break it.
Now I'm wondering though, like, was there an alarm system in this house? Because the police caught her in the basement wearing all black, trying to stand still so they wouldn't see her in the dark.
What? She thought she was behind a green screen or something?
Yeah. Well, when the police turned the light on,
magically they saw her.
this is a senator in Minnesota.
This is what people vote for in Minnesota.
Yeah, I can see her looking at her.
She
like,
probably get reelected too.
yeah, I can see her looking at her partner in crime and be like, "Shh, don't move. They only see movement." It's not a fucking T-Rex. Watch too much Jurassic Park, lady.
I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park yet.
I don't know which one's the new one, but
There's one in theaters right now. I heard it's that bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, the new Adam Sandler movie's out. I'm gonna watch it tonight after this.
I've watched about 30 minutes of it so far. It's
I
decent.
saw some bad
Ah,
reviews,
fuck
but
them. If you like Adam Sandler and you like Happy Gilmore 1, you're gonna like this. It's
yeah.
decent.
Well, that's the thing is anything that takes this long for a sequel, it can never live up to the expectations you had. Just like Boondock Saints 2. What was that, 20, 25 years?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, the second one sucked. I'm like, no, it was actually very good. It's just it took so long to do a second movie that it was never going to be as good as you wanted it to be because,
No.
you know,
I mean,
and the
Adam
second,
Sandler, from what I've seen of it so far, he's got all his usual characters in the movie. I haven't seen Drew Barrymore yet, but I've seen all his normal people that he has in the movies with him.
yeah, yeah, and apparently he's got some lady golfers in it. And I was scrolling through reading an article. I was like, who the fuck is that? There's this like drop dead gorgeous woman. Apparently, she's a professional golfer that's in the movie.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna sound crass here, but she's stacked like a brick house.
Nice.
Very buxom woman, right?
Yeah.
And all I can think is it's got to be difficult to swing like a driver with
I haven't seen
giant
that part of the
boobs in the
movie
way,
yet.
huh?
I haven't seen that her in the movie yet.
It's Paige something. Now I remember her first name because it's my uncle's wife's name. Not a super common name. Uh, all right, so largest teachers union in the country,
Yep.
the NEA.
Okay.
They are going to be separating the Holocaust from the Jewish people.
How do you do that?
Well, by saying all peoples that were exterminated in anti-Jew extermination camps. And I got a little bit of a laugh because, like, no, you're right. The Nazis didn't just kill Jews. They hated Catholics. They didn't like black folks. But I bet you that. But this has to be because you can't keep saying cheering on people say they kill the Jews at school and calling the other guys Nazis. You know what I mean? It's like, no, the Nazis are the one who killed the Jews. Remember that?
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't abolish the teachers union, and what's crazy about it is this teachers union is some kind of federal something something.
Uh-huh.
It was given something special way back in the day. What's it called? Crap, I can't find it. Anyway, it's in the same category as like the VFW and a couple
No.
other things. Um, yeah, they can't like even if they took away that status, they could still exist. So they're talking about forcing a new charter in
Okay.
because oh yeah, let me as I just had it booted up, I close it as I want to read some of it out loud. In the bipartisan around the United States merge. Donald Trump. Oh, there you go. This is what they do. The NEA's annual representative assembly held this month in Portland generated headlines and mockery as copies of the controversial resolutions approved by the union's delegates were leaked to the public, including everything from attacking democratically elected Donald Trump as a fascist to undermining the enforcement of our immigration laws and an brazen display of unions' anti-Semitism and cutting ties from the pro-Jewish Anti-Defamation League.
Yep.
These are teaching our children, these folks. And it took until COVID for people to notice that things weren't right. But now it's like you found out they weren't teaching your kids how to read or how to do math, and
No,
it offended you.
that's for thanks to Zoom. When, the classroom stuff was being broadcast online for the parents that were at home too during COVID to watch it.
Yeah. And now that that's over with, everyone's already forgotten that they're not teaching your kids how to do this stuff. They're like, oh, who cares if they're talking about Trump and transgenders and
I wouldn't say everybody's forgotten about it, but definitely the mainstream media. They don't want to bring it up.
yeah, I I communicate with my child's school.
How's that going?
Pretty well for the most part. I get a heads up of what they do, what they won't do. They have nothing to do with this transgender thing. They said they will not teach it. They will not even address the topic. They do not talk about sexuality with these kids. Like,
They shouldn't at that age.
yeah, they're like, no, we're not going to tell you. We're not going to make it a point for a teacher to tell your kid that the teacher is gay. It's like there's no need for your kid to know that. Like, and I was like, okay, like, well, heads up. We're also not going to tell your kids that their teacher is heterosexual and married to a woman. You know. So I don't know. This is a problem I think we're having a lot is people aren't paying attention at all to what's going on with their kids in school. And they wonder why these kids come back thinking communism is a great idea.
Right. Or socialism.
Yeah.
Which
Rethink socialist.
I don't think we have anything in here for New York City this week. But
There
yeah.
is.
Okay, we'll get to it then.
We could talk about Mom Donnie if you want.
Well, that's what I was leaning towards, you know.
We'll
He
get to that in just a second.
Okay, yeah, go.
Real soon.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up one more thing about school.
Sure.
The Democrats in California are pushing a bill to give descendants of slave preferential college treatment.
Didn't the Supreme Court just say that's not a thing anymore?
Yes, and how can you prove you're the descendant of a slave?
Everybody's a descendant of a slave. You and
At
I
some
could
point in
probably
their life.
You and I could probably prove we're descendants of slaves. I mean,
your name is McFadden. You're probably Irish.
Yes, I am Irish.
Yeah, okay. You're almost certainly descendant of a slave then.
Yeah, and so is Elizabeth Warren.
No, she's native, dude.
So yeah, she pulled that card early. She's screwed up.
Yeah, but how could you possibly prove that you're the descendant of a slave, considering these folks were property? There weren't birth certificates. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're just saying I'm black, therefore. It's like, oh, dude, you came from Haiti.
Yeah.
You came from Haiti 2 months ago. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what about the Chinese that were building the train tracks, the railroads?
They're definitely slaves.
All right. On New York, dude went nuts and slashed some dude with a knife on the subway station, you know, the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Guy that got cut chased him down with his buddy, disarmed the dude. The guy kept fighting back, so they stabbed him to death.
Oh, wow.
With his own weapon.
I wouldn't do that in New York.
No, they've been arrested.
Was it Daniel Penny went through that in New York? He did get acquitted eventually, but it was like forever that it happened. I remember back when I was in the Navy, you know, I took the New York subway a lot, you know, when I went to visit New York, and it was a safe thing then. Now, not so much. This is the shit that happens every day on the New York subway system.
Shoot. Well, maybe a year ago, every week we would talk about how many people got pushed in front of a train, right?
Yep.
It was crazy. The numbers were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's your entrance into New York. Do you want to
yeah, well, we got this you know, they have like, I think New York City has ranked choice voting or some stupid shit like that.
In their primaries, yes.
Okay, in the primaries. Well, the problem here we're dealing with now is we've got several people that are still, I mean, Cuomo didn't make the Democrat primary, so he's going to run as an independent now. I think Chris Silva, who is running as a Republican / independent. Mayor Adams is running an independent. And then there's the socialist that's going to run as a Democrat. This is like a replay of the Trump primary from his first presidential election. There's so many people diversifying the vote. It's almost a shoo-in for this socialist to become the mayor of New York.
The more and more stuff I see coming out about this guy, the more I'm like, he's just a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But
he's going to be worse than Blasio.
Yes. He's talking about abolishing private property.
Yeah. He's talking
All right.
about getting rid of grocery stores in the city and having them government run.
He didn't necessarily get rid of private grocery stores, but they would be driven out of business
Oh
very quick.
yeah, I mean the people that own the grocery stores said we're out. You know.
Yeah, and hotels, not hotels, housing. They're like, we're just gonna pack up and leave because it's gonna cost. You're gonna put a cap on how much we can charge rent. Meanwhile, they're gonna do that much damage every month.
Right.
It's like I can't, and that's obviously not gonna be everyone living in New York City. Clearly,
Some people won't be able to afford to get out. That's the problem going on now. The rich people are leaving New York State and New York City already. The ones that
yeah,
can afford to go and do the business elsewhere are
before he
gone.
takes all your money. Yeah, before he takes all your money. And here's the problem that nobody thinks about. I'm just gonna pull a number out of my butt because I don't know what it is. We'll say that it costs $10 million to maintain the water system to get like water into your house, right?
Hmm.
To your home and like flush your toilets, drink, take a shower, all that stuff. Uh, and let's just say there's 10 million residents. Okay. So right now everyone's paying $1 to keep the water system running. Now what happens if 5 million of those people pack up and leave? It just doubled your cost to maintain the water system because it still costs $10 million to keep this giant water system
Yeah.
operating.
Well,
So
and the
as
people that are leaving are paying most of the taxes. The people that are staying are on like social services because they can't afford to go anywhere.
yeah, and that's why
So
they're
the
voting
people that
to
are draining the system are still there, and the people that were funding the system are fleeing out, getting out.
yeah. Well, I mean, shoot, Late Show just ended. There goes how much money that was coming in New York, right? Uh,
Well, they got another year. They gave him big time heads up. He's got a whole other season to do. So,
whatever.
but yeah, it's coming. It's gonna happen. I mean, they're not like giving it a reprieve.
I mean, I've stopped in New York City before when I was driving through from Norfolk up to the South Shore of Massachusetts.
Hmm.
Like, oh, all right, let's
It
check out
used
the
to be fun
city.
to go as a tourist and go down to Manhattan and wander around a little bit and do stuff.
Yeah, get on the
I'm
ferry.
scared to go there now.
Dear God, I wouldn't stop in New York if I had to. But yeah, exactly. It was fun to like go in there and just check it out. But I was like, I couldn't imagine living here. It's just so loud.
Right. So many
It's
people.
so busy. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Uh-huh.
Go figure. I'm now living on a mountaintop in the woods
Right.
in the middle of nowhere. I can actually see stars at night. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
Actually,
can
this
if I go to the boat, I can see stars at night too.
I was just gonna say the night sky here reminds me of being in the middle of the ocean on a Navy ship.
I was trying to explain that to my wife, and she didn't get it.
There's actually billions
She's
more.
like, well, if you go on a cruise, the sky's gonna be the same as when you're at home. I'm
No,
like,
no.
you see one sunset, you seen them all. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Sorry,
She does not enjoy nature, huh?
not on a boat.
All right, all right. On a boat. Uh, oh, check this out. You hear about this terrorist in New York? They're not charging with terrorism, I guess, but he had a whole bunch of homemade bombs that he was hiding on like rooftops. And when he was being apprehended, he chucked his homemade explosives on the subway track in New York. Uh,
Okay.
Fucking nut jobs. And the thing is, he was dumb enough to buy all of the chemicals. He's chemically stuff, not gasoline or gunpowder.
You bought it on Amazon?
Yeah, he went and bought it online with his own debit card or whatever. It had mailed to his house. They're like, well, let's go have a look. The guy's like, I have a handful of bombs. Oh no. My goodness. Uh, well, while we're talking about liberal states here, Massachusetts is looking to ban cigarettes,
I
like tobacco
saw
at all.
that. I don't know how you
They
can do that. That's gonna be great for the gangs and the gangsters because that'll create a huge black market for that shit.
Yeah,
And and
people
then
drive from the next
the
state over.
taxes that come in on tobacco sales are gone.
Well,
they got their. I guess they can replace it with the marijuana taxes now. But still,
true. But what they're saying is anyone born or after January 1, 2006 will not be allowed to buy tobacco products. So like your buddy born the day before you can buy cigarettes, but you can't
that's
in
not
Massachusetts.
enforceable.
I mean, it is, but that's gonna be a tough one, dude. Like, exactly, you're letting people buy pot.
Mm-hmm.
This is an
Now
argument.
they're making it sound like cigarettes are worse than pot.
Well, if that's the case, then how did the government lie to me for so long?
Exactly.
Um, this is something I brought up though when I was working at the dispensary as security. I was like, I can't buy flavored tobacco like apple dip, like Skoal, because it encourages kids to use it. Meanwhile, I can get actual gummy bears full of pot. Like, but
Right.
that's not going to encourage children to use it. And yeah, they're doing the same thing now. There's like, I wish get rid of tobacco altogether. And it's okay. Okay.
I mean, there's already been problems with smuggling from, like the south to the north with cigarettes because of the huge taxes that Massachusetts and New York put on cigarettes already. I
Massachusetts
can
right
buy a
now
carton
is,
of cigarettes down here for like $60 for cheap ones now.
yeah. When I came up from Virginia, I used to bring 2 cartons with me to give my father because that's the most you're allowed to travel across state lines with.
Right. And how much
Uh,
would they be in Massachusetts?
oh, I don't. I would buy a pack of Camel White Blue
Yeah.
for 17.85.
What even now, it's still probably an $8 pack of cigarettes in Virginia.
I don't know about that. Maybe I just know that I buy them here at a place that's actually I
Fresh.
don't. I've been there once as I drove by, lowest prices in the state, like no
Uh-huh.
markup, and I think I paid 10.50. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is nuts.
You start and roll your own. When are you gonna grow some tobacco plants?
Not gonna. That sounds like way too much work, and I have no idea how far one tobacco plant will go. Not to mention these guys put these little cotton filters on them.
Yeah, those are good for you.
Oh yeah. It gets all the poison, it catches all the yucky.
It helps.
Well, anyway, also in Massachusetts, a judge just dropped charges on more than 120 people because of funding issues. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts cannot afford to pay public defenders.
This sounds bad.
Yeah, yeah, it is bad. Maybe if they weren't housing thousands of illegal migrants at five-star
Sanctuary
hotels in
state. It's a
Boston,
sanctuary state.
yeah, maybe they could afford to prosecute the criminals. But no, no, no. You're all a bunch of
We got our
Nazis.
priorities.
Yeah, exactly. I keep taking a swig out of this can, but I keep forgetting it's empty.
We'll get rid of another one.
Yeah, all right. Tell me what's going on in San Francisco, another very
Oh
liberal
yeah, well,
state.
sanctuary city, San Francisco. I mean, people have left the city. Tourists aren't going there anymore. So San Francisco is going to ban homeless people from living in RVs with a new parking limit.
Yeah. Um, didn't Trump come out and say something about these cities having to clean up the homeless people? You can't let them live on the streets. I'm like, I get what you're saying, dude, but like, what are you gonna do with them
I mean, these
instead?
people are in RVs though. So I mean, of the most, I don't would think these would be the most offensive people. They're not actually like pooping in the streets. They got an RV.
Yeah, as long as you find somewhere to hook it up and empty it out.
Well, that might be an issue, but
And
at
remember,
least they've
Sam,
got a roof over their head.
yeah. And assuming the RV is not beat to shit, they can just if parking limits, just move over to the next parking lot for a couple days, right?
Well, probably a lot of these RVs aren't really movable anymore. That's
That's
what
what I'm thinking too.
brings in the new parking limit.
Mm. Yeah, then the state's going to seize these things once they've been abandoned long enough,
Oh yeah,
and
then what are they gonna do with them? Because
yeah, They're gonna try to auction them off, but no one's gonna buy
Nobody's
it.
gonna
That's
buy this
ripped.
shit.
That's ripped to shit and covered in human waste because.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't picking on homeless folks, but generally speaking, if you put in a little bit of effort,
They've chosen that lifestyle.
well, you won't be homeless long. Typically, your career living on the side of the road, people are either drug addicts, mentally ill, or
Yep.
just insanely sedentary.
Uh-huh.
Refuse to get up and do anything, you know? What was it? Ben Shapiro's always saying if graduate high school, don't have babies until you get married and get a job, and you'll avoid homelessness.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, you might not have a gorgeous house in the
Yeah. I don't have a
in the
gorgeous
woods.
house, but I've got a roof over my head, so.
Yeah. You own that thing yet, or you still got another 25 years on that mortgage?
I got a balloon payment. I'll have to refinance down the road.
You got a balloon payment?
Yeah.
Have you? All right.
I gotta wait
Good luck.
until I get my credit better. We're doing some shit here soon, so hopefully to fix some things up. So
Yeah, get your credit score up and then refinance, right?
yep.
Yeah. It's funny. We were already talking about refinancing, and this sale hasn't officially gone through yet. I'm like, no, if we can pay less, I'd like that. You know,
You still haven't bought that property yet?
it was supposed to happen this month, but they went and did another water test, and it failed. So it's like, oh my god. All right. So we'll figure out what's going on.
So you
They
can't
may
get a
go
loan on it if the water test fails.
not through the VA,
Okay.
but we'll see. They may just look the other way because it barely failed the test. I just don't want to have another crew come out here to test my water again because
But you might be able to afford the down payment on a conventional loan. I know you don't want to, but you know.
yeah, but why bother if I don't have to? Right
Yeah.
now, I'm not paying rent or mortgage, and all that money's getting put aside, invested, and furnishing this home.
Okay.
Shoot, I brought over a bed, a bunk bed. As far as furniture goes, that's it actually. Maybe this couch behind me, I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, came here and we bought a giant stand-up freezer, all new furniture for every room. Set up 2 different offices.
Have you got rid of all the Lunchables out of the beer fridge yet?
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh, and for a while, my daughter was eating like 2 or 3 of these things a day. I was like, no.
She got bored with them and she wants
Well,
something else now.
I stopped her. I was like, you can't eat like 4 or 5 a day. That's out of control. You need to eat like real food too. But she loves it so much. She'll come up to me at like 10 minutes. Is it lunchtime yet? I'm like, no, if you're hungry, I'll make you some food. She goes, I want a Lunchable. I'm like, oh. All right, go downstairs and pick one.
I need room for beer.
Yeah, well, I can get a 30 rack in there. I just can't put the case in there full anymore. I have to like take it out and put them in just right, but whatever. Oh, I should have put this with schools, but I put it with immigration. Oh well. There are 5 schools right now, universities being investigated for preferencing illegal aliens with their scholarships and programs.
That's been deemed illegal by the Supreme Court.
Yeah. University of Louisville, University of Nebraska, Omaha, University of Miami, University of Michigan, and the University of Western Michigan, or Western Michigan University, I'm sorry.
Yeah, West Michigan University.
Are all facing discrimination investigations. So it's like not even that they will bring in these people in to go to school, but they and using taxpayer dollars for it.
Right.
But we were hooking them up with special deals too.
Yep.
Why? Like why? It just seems crazy. I mean, we have enough people here in this country that need this help. Which brings me on to this great replacement conspiracy I keep hearing about. I was saying, Republicans keep talking about this great replacement conspiracy theory. And I'm like, the Democrats, you guys came out and said it. For years, you told everyone don't reproduce, have an abortion, trans your kids, trans yourself so you can't have kids. And then now you're saying, oh, we're not having enough babies to replace our population. So we need to bring in these illegal migrants. It's like, so you can't replace your population. So you need someone else to do it. Replacement.
Something like this lady.
Oh my God, she should go to prison forever. And she looks like
diaspora
skinny Maxine Waters.
Can and should play in assisting the effort to stabilize and rebuild Haiti. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here.
Yeah, she needs more members for redistricting because a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to be a U.S. citizen to fill out the census form. And when it comes to House of Representatives, it's actual population people, not citizens.
And electoral college votes. People don't realize that.
No.
She came out and said the quiet part out loud that
Yeah.
we need these people so we can cheat in elections, basically.
Right.
What the fuck? And I love how we've been talking about this for months, and this is what they're doing. Yeah, more than months. I mentioned that to my sister a while ago, a couple weeks ago when I was up there. And she's like, oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I sent her this video. And she said something like, oh, that's one person. I was like, this is an elected official saying that they need this to stay in power.
Right.
Like, this is exactly what I told you was happening.
Yep.
I was like, what would you think if we took all of these illegal immigrants and moved them into red states right before the census, and all of a sudden Texas got 6 extra seats, California lost the 6 seats, West Virginia gained 3 seats, I was like, well, that would be terrible. I was like, yeah, but it's okay when the Democrats do it.
That's what it seems like.
That's the problem I'm having with these folks, is it seems to be a I don't even know what the words it is to use. Not double standard's not even the right term anymore. But like, by any means necessary. The ends justify the means. How's that? It may be wrong, but as long as the right thing's going to happen out of it. And yeah, but you don't get to decide what's the right thing. The people do. You keep talking about democracy, then we have a democratic election, and you're offended by the results.
Right.
This next one's a little out of date. It says Kilmar Brigo Garcia's lawyers asked the judge to delay release from jail over deportation concerns. He's already been released from jail.
Right.
Did he get picked up by ICE right away?
No.
Of course not. And why not?
Because we're waiting to try him in Tennessee for human trafficking charges.
Why?
Make an example of him.
So what, we're going to put him in prison here?
We already tried to deport him once, and the media had a feeding frenzy about it. So let's try a different path.
That's because they don't know what they're talking about. Go ahead and have your stupid little fucking hearing where you can go, yep, nope, I know I've been told to leave the country. Yep, I've been told that you can pick me up at any time. Nope, I know that El Salvador is no longer a war zone. Oh, I'm going now? Okay. That's all it takes. It's expensive. And it's a giant waste of money to get it.
That's what you were in the military, you know how it works, you got a budget every year, you got to spend that budget, or if you don't use it, you lose it next year.
Yeah. I lost my shit on the Carl Vinson. We would come back from a world tour to go into dry dock. We called it Operation Davy Jones.
Oh yeah, throwing everything over the board so you get
everything. I was throwing $50,000 valves over the side, brand new valves. over the side of the ship into the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. And these weren't like the little ball valve under your kitchen sink. You know what I mean?
Right.
These are giant brass, weighs a couple 100 pounds. You got them on a fucking pallet jack, and you got two guys rolling it over the rear end of the ship to drop it in the ocean. Ooh, oh, I was so mad. This is what you're taxing me for, is to throw this shit in the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, you still got your share going?
No, I turned it off.
All right, let me get my share going. I got this here. There is a hotline for unaccompanied minors who have been illegal migrant minors that have been like lost or misplaced their adult.
Is this like the LGBTQ hotline that got shut down by the Trump administration?
No, this did not get shut down, but hold on, let me get the.
That the Biden administration, while they were letting all of these unaccompanied minors into the country, and as we've talked about today, they weren't keeping track of them, they issued these kids a hotline that they could call if they had trouble with the sponsor family that they were put with.
What?
You're saying that 65,000 calls to this hotline designated to protect these kids went unanswered? Is that what you're telling this committee?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Not a very good hotline.
No, and dear God, this was the big thing that everyone was talking about for a long time, was these unaccompanied minors. And like, oh, they're not unaccompanied. They're with adults. I'm like, yeah, they're with the fucking cartel member that brought them across the border.
Yeah.
That, abused them, to use a polite word. And
Yeah.
is possibly, for all we know, selling them to Epstein or Maxwell, because nobody knows who these kids are. They don't have any identification. They're not accounted for. And even when they call for help, there's no one answering the phone. 65,000 went unanswered.
Right.
How many calls did they get? Because I keep hearing it's not that big a deal. There's not that many unaccompanied minors coming across. So is this every single one of them that came across
Not
the
anymore,
border?
because Trump shut down the border.
Yeah.
And
I saw that he's claiming zero.
He didn't do a whole lot of effort to do it either. I think it's the
He just said
threat
borders closed.
that said the threat of deportation is scaring people from coming across the border now.
Yeah, he claimed that we have zero last month or something, or the first quarter. I was like, I don't believe that. Just like they claim that there's 1 million people that self-deported.
You don't think it's that high? Well, they're getting paid to self-deport now.
I know, but you have to go on. There's actually a record of that. Show us the numbers if you're going to claim 1 million. Well, because right now the rate that they're at with these deportations, if they continue this rate until all 4 years, it's going to be less than 1 million people.
Okay.
We got to get this up to like 300,000 a day, and hopefully this giant surge of money that just went into Border Patrol and ICE will help with that. But
Yeah,
I'll say,
they're getting rid of IRS agents to pay for more ICE agents.
well, good. Hearing people say shit like, "Oh, well, how are we going to tax the billionaires?" How many IRS agents do you need per billionaire to make sure they're paying their taxes?
Not that many.
No, because Biden hired what, 80,000?
He tried. They never actually all went through.
Yeah. And then he went and passed something that you had to report any cash transaction of no, not even cash transaction, any transaction of over $600.
Yeah, that's been suspended now too. So
yeah, that's because you hire these agents and then you look at people moving $600. They're not taxing billionaires doing this. They're taxing you and me, trying to, you know what I mean? For the love of God. Okay, how's this? We get one IRS agent per billionaire. All right.
Okay.
That's less than 80,000.
Right.
I don't know, how many billionaires do people think there are?
Not that many. Not as many as people think there are.
Yeah. They're worried about the millionaires and billionaires until they're worth $1 million and they realize that they're technically a millionaire and they're like, oh, shit. Like a lot of people don't realize they're actually millionaires because they never like accounted for their their 3 vehicles, their home, you know what I mean? Their timeshare, their et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Their stock portfolio, their retirement fund, you know, all of that counts. It's like if you're saying just tax any millionaire because they have the money, it's like, buddy, you may only have $50 in your pocket, but you're technically a millionaire because look at all that saving you've done for retirement in your 401k. You know, you own those stocks. And I brought this up to my father. He's like, yeah, but what am I going to sell my stocks to pay taxes? Like, that's what you're asking Elon Musk to do.
Right. Exactly.
And you're going to tank the value of Tesla, which is going to wreck my retirement portfolio when the CEO and founder of the company sells off 20% of his shares.
Yeah.
I say that it would tank, then it would bounce back. I would just buy more when it went down. Oh, here we go. Back on immigration. Medical staff at shoot, I thought we were gonna see Guapo by now.
I thought we were too.
Some medical staff at a hospital in California. They're getting charged with interfering with an ICE operation. And the guy that the ICE was there to arrest was not a patient. He was not an employee. He was fleeing ICE on foot.
Oh, wow.
And ran into this hospital and went and hid in the surgical unit. And employees there tried to block and fight these federal agents over it.
Good.
Put him in prison.
Yep.
I don't care anymore. No, you don't get to say, I think the police were wrong. Doesn't matter. You cannot hit a cop unless your life's absolutely on the line, right?
One article that's not in here that I saw just tonight before the show came on. Apparently, Michigan's trying to pass a law where ICE agents can't wear masks to do their job.
That sounds like a law you can't pass because it only picks one group of people.
I'm sure they've written it broader than that, but they're targeting the ICE agents.
Then I hope all these Antifa guys realize that they're all going to get arrested when they wear their masks to go out and mass protest and burn buildings down.
Oh, they might have it written for law enforcement only.
See, you can't be doing stuff like this. This is a big thing we brought up.
Yeah.
During the COVID thing, to get to wear a mask everywhere. And it's like
all the criminals and the regular people are wearing masks. So it's nice to start seeing signs when you're going to the bank, no mask allowed now, you know?
Yeah, you used to get arrested for walking into a bank with a mask on.
Right. You do again. We're back to that now.
Dear God, but it's become such a thing now. I can wear a mask on my face and no one will think twice about it. So if I'm going to go commit a bunch of crimes, I'm obviously going to put a mask on, right?
Hell yeah. Yep.
Hide my identity.
Yep.
Dear God. You see this shit about the Mexican soldiers?
No.
They were looking for cartel stuff like drug traffickers and gun runners near the border. They stumbled across the border and didn't realize it into the United States.
That just shows you how porous the border is.
Exactly. And
not
only did they come across the border with their weapons crossing into our country illegally, they surrounded a group of Americans.
Oh, damn.
And pointed their weapons at them.
That can't end well.
No, well, I'm pretty sure what ended up happening is they just ended up apologizing and going back. But, like, exactly, if a whole bunch of dudes decked out in full-on military gear can just walk across the border.
Exactly.
Then how easy is it to do to slip across when someone's not looking? Oh, apparently they're never looking. Meanwhile, some dude was caught on top of the border wall. And the United States military that's down there, that's been helping out. All branches of the military, by the way, even Coast Guard is at the border helping. Fired warning shots, which I found surprising because that's illegal in the United States. the only organization allowed to fire a warning shot in the United States is the United States Navy, and that's probably because they're in the ocean and a warning shot will just land in the water instead of continuing on into someone's house. But yeah, they fired a warning shot and sounded an alarm. Dude heard this, the alarm and the gunshot, and just slipped back up over the wall and disappeared back into Mexico. So that's at least one example of the border wall working, I guess. But what do you think, Brian, of every branch of the military being down at the border helping immigration enforcement? And what do you think of the fact that this guy that was on the wall, literally on top of the wall, caused one of these military groups to fire a warning shot?
That's crazy.
Pretty sure that's illegal in the United States, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't fire warning shots. There's no such
only
thing as a warning shot in the military in the U.S.
Well, the United States Navy is allowed to fire a warning shot.
They're the only ones. We've
Yes,
had this. We've talked about this numerous times on this show. If anybody's listening, they'll remember.
Yeah, it's because that round isn't going to go through and hit someone's house.
Right.
You know? Here he is. Guapo's showing up finally.
All right.
You missed all the of course the El Salvadorian. I keep wanting to say Guatemalan. The El Salvadorian shows up as we're getting out of immigration.
Yeah, we can circle back for a minute if we need to.
Well, the DOJ has fired the wife of a dude.
Oh, and she freaked the fuck out about this.
Yeah, she went nuts. How she's insulted and yada yada. She made an app for your phone called
Her
Ice
husband made an app.
No.
Yeah, she is the wife of the app creator.
Okay. So she's the one actually in the DOJ. But I'm sorry.
She's making their excuse for firing her was that she gains money monetarily from the app.
Okay. But yeah, it's to how to avoid ICE and how to not get
ICE alert app, you know.
Oh my God. I don't know, like I'm not sure where I stand on these apps. It's not illegal to put information out, but it's another thing altogether to actively help people break the law.
Right. Right.
What's up, Guapo?
And maybe you don't want to do that if your wife works for the federal government.
Yeah. Yeah, because they could have even said she has inside knowledge how ICE works and that he was using that to help us out.
Yeah, and I mean, she was probably the one providing health care and all the benefits for the family with her job. And he was just a developer developing apps.
Guapo, you're muted or something. Muted.
Something's going on. Plug in the headphones.
How about now?
Much better. Gotcha.
All right. So in that same breath, would that make Waze illegal? Because you have to tell, like, hey, a cop over here when you're speeding?
No.
It's different.
That's avoiding breaking the law in front of the cops instead of avoiding the cops
because you're
breaking the law.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Got you.
Yeah. Excellent question, though.
Yeah. I mean, you break it a lot. Just don't break it no more when you get here.
Yeah. Slow down a little bit.
Hey, whatever you do the opposite.
Yeah. Ways.
Mm-hmm.
I just use whatever.
Booba bought it, I think.
Yeah, I use the one that Google uses, and it's got you can notify when there's a police presence, when there's an accident, a slowdown, low visibility.
And Apple's added that kind of thing to it too. Their app, it's not as crazy as Woz, but they still have notification things you can do on there now.
Didn't LA use that for like the traffic? Like, hey, this is what you got the Waze app.
Yeah, California had an issue with Waymo because people were summoning them to light them on fire.
Mm.
All right. This Planned Parenthood defunding thing got paused. There's a Massachusetts judge. She's saying not all Planned Parenthoods give money or do abortions.
Doesn't matter. It's not going to hold up when the Supreme Court's going to get involved, and Planned Parenthood is going to lose their money just like NPR did.
Yeah, and this is the thing: is the Democrats have no platform besides resist what Trump is doing. Why don't you come out and tell us what you actually want to do?
So they don't know what they want to do.
Exactly. I'm going to bring up my sister again. Abortion came up, and she's like, "I don't know. I think that and she does her thing." I was like, "Yeah, but it's a human life." She goes, "It's not born yet." And I was like, "So?"
So she's not a Catholic?
She claims to be, but the funny thing is, she
so
said
she's a Biden Catholic, is what you're saying.
Well, she told me that she believes that someone should still get charged for double murder for killing a pregnant woman. They're like, well, how come she's not getting charged for murder, or at least the doctor?
Right.
And then she's like, well, I think you're right. The people using it for birth control, that's disgusting. It's like, that's like 80 to 90%, and it's less than 1% when someone's life is actually like at risk.
Yeah.
And that's not even called an abortion at that time. It's a medical procedure where the baby dies.
Right, exactly. And most people agree with that.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say no, don't get medical care to save your life,
Yeah.
And it's funny because my sister says, I can't remember her exact words. Something along the lines of getting accidentally pregnant. And I was like, what do you mean accidentally pregnant?
There's no such thing.
I was like, you went to school, right?
No, like when you you don't pull out untied, that's an accident.
Yeah.
No,
so they're using the rhythm method?
Yeah, it's just a pull-up game.
Well, no, rhythm method is when you avoid that time of the month where you can actually conceive versus just pulling out and blowing it somewhere else. But yeah, she said accidentally pregnant. I was like, accidentally pregnant? It's like, what is this, like that Eminem song? Like, what did she trip, slip, fall, and land on his dick? I was like, and she's like, what? And I was like, stop letting dudes blow inside you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's where babies come from.
What I learned in school.
Yeah. Oh my God. Accidentally pregnant. And then she mentioned rape, and I was like, again, that's less than 1%. And I still don't think the baby deserves to die for that, but if it got reduced down to just that, I think I'd be willing to accept it for at least a little while.
Hold on. Accident pregnant. Usually you can use plan B like 2-3 days later.
Now you can, but
I mean,
they prefer abortions.
No, but I'm saying like, how long does it take the semen to travel away to the egg? It's like 2-3 days.
Yeah, up to 5 days or something like that, or up to 7 days. And
depends on how good your semen are.
Usually it takes a while to swim that.
Believe it or not, it's further trip than people realize.
Yeah, compared to the semen size.
Yeah. Well, the ovum itself is a lot larger than the sperm. All right, so this birthright citizenship, as we're talking about it, it's been deemed unconstitutional.
Yeah. We knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Look at the court that did it. Ninth Circuit Court.
Of course.
Isn't that the California court?
It is.
It's going to the Supreme Court. Stand by. And I think the Supreme Court is going to rule against it.
I don't know.
They may have some exemptions put in place, but the country will be a whole lot better if we don't have people come from China just to get pregnant people come from China over here to have babies so that their babies can have birthright citizenship.
Well, this is something else that came up when I was talking to my sister. She's like, "Oh, now we're going to deport everybody," blah blah blah. And she's talking about birthright citizenship.
You had some interesting conversations with your sister.
This entire conversation lasted maybe 45 minutes. Like we just kind of got it out of the way because we knew it was going to be an issue. We got it out of the way and got it over and done with. I say that, but this is also when I was at my uncle's birthday party, and I already had
how many beers?
Enough. I had a black and tan with Guinness in it. Oh, I forgot how good that stuff is.
Yep.
And, yeah, a couple of Heffenweisens and then a gin martini.
Oh wow!
Oh, so good. But that was when this conversation happened. But I explained to her, I was like, no, that's just when neither parent was a citizen.
Right.
That
But
you don't automatically get American citizenship. She goes, well, then where would you be a citizen? Or what if you were born in
how about
Canada?
your
I was
home
like,
country where you came from?
well, she actually said, what if you were born in Canada? And I was like,
Couldn't you be a Canadian citizen?
I was like, but you'd still be an American citizen because your parents are American.
I guess I never heard the concept like if you were born in China, you're not Chinese.
There's only how many countries are there that have this
Like
rule in place?
more.
It's you can count it on one hand, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's only two.
I think it might just be the United States and Canada. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Australia might. I don't
Probably
know.
the British too.
I'm going to put it on the prediction page that doesn't exist anymore. That birthright citizenship dies while Trump's in office this time.
You think it actually goes away? Like you're not just automatically a citizen for being born here?
Yep. I think the Supreme Court's going to rule in his favor.
I think that's. Well, here's the thing: is the judge at the appeals court cited the 14th Amendment. Let me see if I can find the actual words that they
I also
use.
predict that Trump's going to get another Supreme Court nominee.
Oh, you think Ketanji
Maybe two.
I think some of the older Republicans are going to retire, so we don't have another Ruth Bader Ginsburg incident.
When you thinking they're going to do it? Before the midterm or after?
After.
I don't know, because they may put the Joe Biden fucking rule again on us.
I don't see Clarence Thomas leaving before the midterms.
No, but I'm saying that because the only reason what's the face name? Obama didn't get a pick because we.
I know what happened. Yeah. Oh, you got trouble.
I know. I got shark in here.
Shark.
Do.
Baby shark.
You see the shark?
All right. So the panel of judges on the Court of Appeals wrote Trump's order is invalid because it contradicts the plain language of the 14th Amendment's grant of citizenship to all persons born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
That was about slaves.
If your parents are not citizens, they are not subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And you can say, oh, they'll still get arrested or whatever. Yeah, but no.
They're not.
They're not. Yeah, they're not.
I don't think that argument works in the long run.
Yeah, but
no, because they're not subject to the jurisdiction.
Right.
They don't understand what the word subject means. That's the key word right there.
That's why I really believe that the Supreme Court is going to rule against it down the road.
And this is what I make fun of the British. You're like, oh, we know what? Americans are citizens and British are subjects. The key word is subject, you know.
Did you see Ellen and Portia might be leaving the UK?
They're not welcome there anymore?
Yes, but that's not even the big reason. They decided to go live in some rural patch of land with a bunch of acreage and have horses and everything. Too much work. Too much physical work.
They could hire people to do it.
That's what I said. Because apparently they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to be, homesteaders or whatever.
Right.
Riding around on their ride-on mowers and everything. And apparently that was too much work for Ellen. So her wife went and bought 4 sheep to take care of the grass.
How'd that work out?
Not so great because they didn't think to put in a fucking fence.
Oh, they're idiots.
Yeah, okay, the horses didn't leave because their food is over here. They eat this
sheep
food,
don't care.
Right?
The sheep are going wherever the grass goes.
They can eat the grass. So Ellen herself built a fence. And the sheep went right through the fence when they got more sheep. And yeah, it's too much work. And I was like, wow, these are the very people that you were talking so much shit about before you left this country.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think we brought it up, but do you think Trump's actually going to revoke Rosie's citizenship?
Whose?
Rosie O'Donnell. Does he have the authority to do that?
She was born of American citizens here, right?
Yep, and she moved to Ireland.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do about that. was watching a Tim Pool live night show, the Timcast thing, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, when Rosie was running her mouth again. And one of the guys on the show was like, I'm surprised Ireland hasn't deported her. They're like, shut the fuck up. She'll come back here. So Guapo didn't last long, did he?
He's got children to deal with. He'll be back if we're still around.
This U.S. attorney thing that Trump was trying to do with what, Alina Habba
in New Jersey.
Yeah, did you see this?
Yeah, the rogue judges have voted to replace her, and she's still swearing up and down she's still the attorney general of that area.
Well, then they put her like #2 in command or whatever, and
Right.
Trump went and fired
the person. 1.
Yeah, went and fired her. So that I didn't realize that judges could just say no, you can't do this. Just something the judges have no say in. But they've been doing that a lot lately, haven't they?
Yeah.
I gotta stop doing that. I keep scrolling down so I can like see what's coming up next, and then I keep forgetting you're gonna close the box above it and it just slides everything up. It's my own fault. I know you're gonna do it and I don't pay attention.
It just makes it cleaner for me in the long run, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you learned how to do that because I still don't know how to do it. So
it's under headings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right. You have to go full screen on your Google Doc to do it.
Okay. So back to the UN and climate change. Big surprise, big surprise. We're pulling out of more UN stuff.
Yeah.
We did it again.
Yeah, I got no problem with this. And Spain, there's some like 30-meter telescope that's being built that was going to go in Hawaii. And Trump pulled the funding from that too. And Spain was like, well, if you guys are a bunch of douchebags, I guess we'll finish the project. It's like, good. Maybe someone else in this country can do something.
Yeah.
Like Guapo's having a ton of fun with fucking with his headphones, huh? I forgot what I was going to say.
Some headphones.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Just like with the NATO, not NATO. That's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's all the troops in
the EU?
No, is it NATO that I'm thinking of? Yeah, treaty organization. Okay, there's the other one that's trade something. Never mind. But yeah,
European Union.
No, but Trump wanted the rest of these countries to pay in at least the amount that they've agreed to decades ago that weren't. And it's like, why don't you guys like, oh, the United States is gonna stop sending weapons to Ukraine. Fucking UK, you can do it too. Why does it have to be the United States?
Well, now the latest agreement about Ukraine is that NATO is going to pay for the weapons that go to Ukraine.
Yeah, but the United States is part of NATO.
Yeah, but now the money's not coming directly from the United States to pay for the weapons. It's going to come from all the other countries too. We're going to share share the burden more now.
I guess that'll help some. And exactly why is the United States doing all this when the rest of the world is looking at the U.S. like, you guys need to do something. It's like, fuck you, Australia. You could do something too, you know? And then Poland is like, hey, let's put up some fucking fighter jets and buzz the border, you know?
Right.
Oh my
and then you got this top UN court, the ICC, came out and said that all the wealthy nations have to curb global warming. Thank God we're not a part of that court system.
Yes, I'm so glad we refused to be part of the Interpol as well.
Yeah. I think we're part of Interpol. This is the International Criminal Court.
No, Interpol has no jurisdiction in the United States either.
Okay.
But yeah, like you guys need to pitch in to curb global warming and do all this other stuff. And I love how they call the global warming and our climate change.
They go back and forth.
Of course they do, because none of them know what they're talking about either.
No.
But Trump's
response... the countries that are the biggest offenders are never included in any of these treaties.
India and China?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trump had a 2-word response for this.
I love it.
America first.
I love it.
Yeah. And this is very fascinating because I stumbled across this article before I saw the UN thing saying you guys have to do something about it. Excuse me. Most dangerous glacier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's known as. Picture taken of the ISS 2 years ago, actually. There's 3 glaciers in the Karakoram mountain range in Asia.
Okay.
And they've been gaining ice and merging into one mega glacier
Okay.
for a while now.
That's part of global warming.
Apparently, it's near the borders of India, Pakistan, China, and Afghanistan.
Hmm.
Now, people don't think Pakistan and Afghanistan for glaciers.
No, of course not.
Yeah, and not only are there glaciers there, but they're getting bigger and merging
That
into
doesn't
one
sound like
mega.
global warming to me. That sounds more like global cooling.
Guapo, you're muted again. Oh God, he's getting his ass kicked by his headphones.
There we go. How about now?
All right.
They're gonna call it mutation weather now. You know they're gonna come out crazy.
It's just crazy. They'll scream climate change when a
Climate
hurricane
always
happens.
changes. Yeah, no shit. It's always changing.
But then we have a particularly cold winter, like, oh, weather isn't climate. And I was like, well, then how come the fucking hurricane was, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, climate might be glaciers growing because that doesn't happen in a week. You know,
No.
that's not a storm. So if anything, it's getting cooler to allow more ice to grow. But what do I know? I'm just reading the facts in front of my face instead of just believing what some wackadoo on CNN is telling me,
Yeah.
Check this shit out, dude. Crazy broad in Seattle, Washington, is suing the Blue Angels
for the noise. I saw that thing. The poster like pollution and air and stuff like that.
Acoustic torture.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think we need an invasion because we getting too soft, dude. Too fucking soft.
Who?
Oh, yeah, these folks have no idea.
No idea how fucking privileged they got it right now, dude.
Who?
American.
Woman in Seattle is suing the Blue Angels for acoustic torture.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah,
you know when I was hoping Hillary we won, so we get a big black eye and we learn our lesson.
Well, we're in the Virginia Beach area. We hear jets flying overhead all the time and lately.
Sound of freedom.
Sound of freedom. Yep.
But this fucking lady is complaining because it's like acoustic torture
of her cat.
Well, her cat was dying, and she wanted the cat to be able to rest.
I don't believe it. I want to see this guy.
The cat's apparently dead now, but fuck you, bitch. Yeah. They've been doing this air show for decades in Seattle.
It's big money too. I mean, it brings money into the city for this air show. People show up just for the air show and spend money at the air show.
And how long? It's an hour, maybe 2, for 3 days, maybe.
Well, the Blue Angels are probably only flying like an hour, if that.
Yeah, but there's this warm up stuff and other
aircraft.
props.
Yeah, they warm. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to make as much noise as the Blue Angels.
No, especially not like a single prop doing the crazy stunts, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, lady, you need to calm down. Your life. If your life is so.
If whatever lawyer pick up this fucking case, need to get fucking
bent.
They need to get sent to a fucking South Sudan for a while for the weekend.
Yeah.
See how they like.
Exactly.
You're gonna be happy to hear a fucking war. What is it? The A-10 coming by.
Yeah, a 16 or an 18 bombing by.
Yeah, fly by.
It's funny because I'm a Marine buddy of mine. Yeah, different branches are. You always make fun of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He and I were making fun of each other sitting at the bar one day having a beer up in Massachusetts. Just goofing off. And some guy came by and talked trash about the Navy. And my Marine buddy goes, "Were you in the Corps?" He goes, "No, I didn't serve." He's like, I almost did. He goes, Marine dude goes, almost. How'd you almost join the Marines? You know? And he goes, heads up, I can make fun of the Navy because they're my brothers. Because tell you what though, when we're pinned down with automatic gunfire at us, it's like the greatest sound in the fucking world is a whole bunch of jets coming off an aircraft carrier to save your ass.
Yep.
Shoot, I almost joined the army, almost, and I failed the aspect test, the tryout.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't want to join the army. I just failed on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they're like, because I went to find out my Navy recruiter. Of course, he wasn't there. Him and the Army and the Air Force guy, they weren't there. You know, I guess the Air Force guy is by appointment only.
Of course.
And the Army guy is like, hey, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah, the Army guy's always there.
yeah, he just swooped me in, like, come on, take the test. Like, let's see where you are. Like, okay. I'm like, no, I want to join the Army. I don't want to run. That's the whole reason I didn't join the Army. I don't like running. I hate to fucking run every day.
You prefer swimming.
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. But we don't swim all day, every day.
Well, obviously he's pretty good at swimming. I mean, he swam across the Rio, right?
Hell yeah.
Rio
First class
de
swimmer.
Janeiro.
I went to a rescue swimmer school. And so Barbara
You
didn't understand the joke.
I went to swim SAR school, but I failed. I almost drowned.
The joke was that you illegally came to the United States by swimming across
got
the
it,
river.
Yeah, that's
All
why I
right.
went to SAR school too. I wasn't good at SAR school.
Iran is claiming that it sent a helicopter to warn a U.S. Navy destroyer and
shoot the shit down.
Huh?
Shoot it out of the sky.
Yeah, they probably should have, but it didn't open fire, I guess. But you know as well as I, the Navy would have looked at that thing. They would have hit the buttons on their ship, got a target lock on it, and just maintained course. And you know that.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't give a fuck what you guys are doing. We're not leaving because of you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, we warned them and they left. It's like, no, they didn't. No,
they left because they were on their way out.
If they did leave, yeah, they were already leaving. I've had plenty of situations in the Navy when some dumbass country was like, oh yeah, we'll go tell them they can't be here. It's like, fuck you, I don't care.
Right.
Apparently, we did a raid in Syria.
Yep.
How
we
did
killed
I not hear about
a new senior leader of ISIS.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this shit until today.
Well, that's because what is really... How old is the senior leader of ISIS these days? Because we've been killing them for years and years.
He's probably 25.
I'm thinking less. I'm thinking maybe 18.
I don't know. It depends, though. Is this the first one we've got involved in since Biden left office? Because Biden let ISIS grow right back up. When we had declared victory over ISIS and had eradicated it under Trump. Which, I mean, you can't. It's a terrorist organization. It'll just regrow.
Yeah,
but
exactly. It sounded good.
Yeah. So, Caroline Leavitt was criticized for wearing a miniskirt because she's too old for that.
What the fuck?
What?
First of all, she's 27.
How old do you got to be to wear a miniskirt?
Second of all, this miniskirt went down to almost her knee.
That's not a miniskirt.
Yeah, and I'm like, now let's have a look at the people on the left. Let's have a look at Beyonce and Katy Perry, who are in their 40s, late 40s.
No. You're talking
wearing almost nothing.
The wrong ones. You need to talk about the Congress.
What?
Congress, they got nobody looking good in there except AOC.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. The only good looking lady.
No,
go ahead.
Who was the lesbian one that got into a big argument on the plane a couple of years ago?
There's so many lesbians that get arguments. It's hard to
wasn't the one the congresswoman that was having sex with a female and she took a picture of her naked and they let her go? Like, damn.
I don't know anything about that. I made sure not to open any more of those after the pictures of those two dudes butt fucking each other on the hot floor came out.
See, that's
how about 2 girls, 1 cup?
Oh God, no.
For all I know, it's happening in the freaking, well, I was gonna say the Oval Office, but no, in Trump it might be. Little private show. And by the way, nobody go out there and watch Two Girls, One Cup.
I remember when that came out that year. I like, what are you guys talking about?
It's not as appealing as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is. Oh no!
It's disgusting.
Oh, motherfucker! Why?
You're only gonna watch like 30 seconds of it before you turn the shit off.
Yeah, it's worse. It gets worse.
I don't even think it's on. I don't even know if it's not still online anymore. You know.
Good look at that.
Go look it up. Somebody look it up for us.
No.
One of them like shit in a cup, and the other one ate it. Right?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Threw up in the cup, and then the other one ate that and threw it up.
Yep.
And I was
it
like,
was
"What
fucking
is
disgusting."
I was like, "This is what we're getting for porn these days. What's the matter with these kids?"
No.
That happens, and then they're talking about Trump and a pee-pee tape that never came to fruition. I was like, "The pee-pee's the biggest thing. I'm okay with that."
I don't have a problem with people peeing on beds. Shitting and eating it is a whole other story.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, and then all of a sudden there was like $1 to watch it. Oh, dear God. What a terrible, terrible experience in the world, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the White House has called for a redesign of the of the gas can.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to make them great again?
Yeah, they're going to make them great again.
They're going to make it so freaking expensive. Now people still complaining about it because we work in our parts store with the auto parts sales retail. And people's like, why is this too expensive? Like, I don't say the prices do, first of all. And second of all, you guys complain about you need to make this safer. You know, you have to pay an engineer for this, and it's expensive. You know, you have to make money out of this.
Well, here's the thing: is these gas cans are designed so that the vapors don't escape out of the can because it's bad for the environment. But instead, now when you try to use the damn gas can,
it's the plastic.
It splashes gas everywhere.
Is the plastic is designed for like because they're complaining about the plastic. Oh no, you need to make it safe because remember it used to be made out of metal for a while. Yeah, and they're like, oh no, you need to make it like so environmental friendly or some shit like that.
Well, plastic's not more environmentally friendly, but they had plastic gas cans way before they went to this stupid nozzle that catches the vapors.
Oh yeah, hit that nozzle.
Yeah,
and you'd like
then people's like, how do you pour this in the gas car? And I had to show them like, look, there's a nozzle built in. I had to show them. Like, it's people don't never. Oh my god, it's just they need to make this driver license stricter, dude. It's like, oh my god.
That's what the real ID is for.
No.
Real ID is not going to make it more difficult to get a driver's license, though.
It is because you got to have all kinds of documentation to get it.
Yeah, but that's just to get a little star. I'm talking about driver license in general. You need to list.
Well, no, very soon you can only get the star. But the thing is, that doesn't being able to get the star on your ID doesn't make you a better driver.
No.
The test should be more difficult.
Yeah.
Like you should have to parallel park.
I did it. I had to parallel park back in the day.
I did too. But I know a lot of people
in the 1980s, I had a parallel park.
I was born in the 1980s, dude.
Yeah, both of you were. I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, you met Henry Ford. You could have talked to him.
I didn't meet Henry Ford.
He worked on the assembly line, dude.
No, I did not. I ain't that old. I was born in 1968. And yesterday was my birthday.
Yes, it was. Yeah. So what, you like 75 now?
Fuck you.
I tried.
58.
You got your AARP card?
Nope. I don't believe in
AARP.
Why
not? Take the discounts, dude.
I can find my discounts other ways.
All right. I'm just saying, well, yeah, they don't usually stack either anyway. And your military ID is probably good enough, right?
I'm not paying them money to like be like politically left wing.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the Ernst report. Are you?
No, but I saw that. I shared this. Basically, Biden approved $1.2 million to be spent on U.S. swimming pools overseas to refurbish them. And
yeah, I mean,
the swimming pools were in Iraq and Russia.
I thought there was at least another one. I know that those two were mentioned early in it, but
Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zimbabwe.
And Ghana.
Ghana. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, 1.2 million is not a ton of money, but I didn't realize
Those
our
would
embassies.
disagree with you.
I didn't realize that our embassies had swimming pools in them.
Well, I mean, we're got to keep the government employees happy and satisfied.
Exercise. I need to pee.
All right.
Tell me about this collision. By the way, I saw another thing where another collision almost happened. But what's up?
My bad. Dude, I think my kid need to be a lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go like, no run in the house. I wasn't. I was speed walking.
Yep. She's already got her thing going. Yeah. We're gonna watch this near collision of a B-52.
Okay. Oh, the one that everybody's talking about?
Yeah.
There's no sound on that at all.
I don't think there is.
Oh, well, yeah, we do have a video platform, I guess.
Hard 25-degree bank to the right, then diving. The SkyWest pilot apologized to the passengers on board.
So, sorry about the aggressive maneuver. It caught me by surprise. This is not
making a sharp turn as the biggest bomb by SkyWest, making a sharp turn as the biggest bomber in the Air Force fleet, a B-52, roars over the crowd below.
For those of you on the right-hand side, you probably saw the airplane kind of sort of coming at us. Nobody told us about it.
After making a hard 25-degree bank to the right, then diving, the SkyWest pilot apologized to the passengers on board.
So, sorry about the aggressive maneuver. It caught me by surprise. This is not normal at all. I don't know why they didn't give us a heads up, because the Air Force Base does have radar, and nobody said, hey, there's also a B-52 in the pattern.
Passenger Monica Green says the sudden turn felt very sharp.
I just remember the plane going like sideways like that and just looking straight out the window and just seeing glass.
It happened just 1,000 feet above the ground. In a statement, SkyWest says Flight 3788 had been cleared for approach by the tower, but performed a go-around when another aircraft became visible in their flight path. The Minot Tower doesn't have radar. It operates on visual flight rules. The FAA says the tower is run by a private company, and these controllers are not FAA employees.
I'm not sure the B-52 crew even knew that the Delta airplane was there. So, and they were not talking to the same controller.
It comes just 6 months after an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Eagle regional plane, killing 67 people over Washington. Tonight, the private company that operates the Minot Tower is deferring all questions to the FAA. The military says that B-52 was flying on an approved flight path. Tom?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. This just happened to that Black Hawk.
Yeah.
And this whole thing came up about how we need to do something so that they're sharing communications because they're on separate communication channels, military, and apparently nothing changed. Nothing happened.
No.
You know what it is, dude? Honestly, I met some female helicopter pilots. They're good, dude. They're excellent, dude. But right now, I think what's killing, what's affecting a lot of females, dude, is feminism. Oh, no man can tell me what to do. Oh, I know better. You know, instead of like, it's like regular people, like, okay, cool. You know, you told me to go this way, I go this way, you know. They just feel like they need to be in control. They need to be in charge, even though they're not listening to somebody else that are like any better, you know.
I'll take it a step further and say feminism destroyed the the household.
Yeah,
but telling all these women need to go to work, and you doubled the workforce, therefore having the pay. So now you need 2 people in the family to work.
No, but when I was in my 22, I had this 40-year-old female pilots, commanding officer, no big deal, though, whatever. It's excellent officers. They follow orders according to the whatever somebody's telling them. But now you already got this fucking egomania. Like, no, I know better. No man can tell me what to do. Like, then they want to do whatever the fuck they want to do, you know?
And not even necessarily that, but chief engineer I worked under for a while on one of my ships was a woman, and she had something to prove.
The guy chip on the shoulder.
Oh, she pushed us so hard, and this was fix all this shit, get it all, blah blah yeah. As we're bringing the ship into dry dock for an overhaul, it's like we're going into port to have an entire crew of guys do this repair instead of just me and two other guys. You know, got to make your name if you want to be captain, I guess. And I'm assuming that she was under the impression that she'll never get it as a woman unless she works twice as hard. Problem is, telling other people to work twice as hard is not you working twice as hard. But maybe that's just my opinion. I think that's all we got. What do you think, Brian?
Pretty much.
All right.
Unless Ray's got something he wants to throw in there real quick.
Like you guys were talking a lot of things last week. Like I want to put my 2 cents in, but I was driving. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finish this off.
No, when I was listening to your podcast and stuff.
Yeah. One more listener.
There you go.
Yep. Let's flush it. And then you need to bring the flush it sound down.